would like to start a class today that's kind of untraditional for me. Everyone here has practiced with me before. We're gonna take it low to the mat and really stretchy and limber up and feel our flexibility and improve all of those things for like a good 40 minutes this morning. And then we'll get to standing at the end of class. It's gonna be pretty funky. Let me know how you like it. You guys are all on mute, so I'm gonna head on back to my T-shaped mat. You don't need that, just head on back and have a comfy seat wherever you like. We're gonna be in our seat for quite some time, so we actually will have opportunities to move. But in the beginning, feel free to get yourself propped up with anything that's extra comfy. And I would say first, try to find your most challenging position. So for a lot of us, that may be toes pose, where we kneel on our shins. You can have something under your knees. You can have something under your buns and between your heels. And if at all possible, tuck all 10 toes under for toes pose. And we'll mark the start of our practice today with 3 breaths, however they come, no judgment, just approach with curiosity. We'll breathe in through our noses and out through our mouths. Relax your shoulders, just take a normal breath in, see where you are today. Normal breath out. And then don't be shy to make a big sigh, because no one can hear you, you're all on mute. Let's begin our 3 breaths together, inhaling. And then an open mouth, and make it goofy and silly if you want, just be like, because it feels good. 2 more, a little slower if possible. And with that big sigh, try to feel the weight of the world slipping off your shoulders, chest, and everything start cascading to the floor. Inhale one more time. Maybe an extra little sip at the top of this one. And on the exhalation, release right back down. Let's reach both arms up and overhead. Just a little bit of breath work, my friends. Inhale with arms overhead. Exhale, pulling them down to goal post. But scoot elbows forward and wrap bottom of shoulder blades around towards pecs to lift your heart. Pause, pushing palms and forearms together. Tuck into a tiny little ball. Breathe however it feels good. Round forward to find a little bit of a cow arch, and then rise back to sky. Let's try that again. Exhale, goal post, elbows and heart rise. Envision bottom of blades wrapping under and around. Palms press, just a tiny little cat arch. Tuck in like you're taking a bow to your practice that is beginning. Arms rise. Hands fall around low back, right thumb on top for a soft, gentle elbow clasp. Chase the floor with your knuckles, uplifting. And then exhale, just to the point where your buns stay grounded on whatever, your prop, your heels, your floor. Rise again, arms lift. Feel free to move your stance anytime. If you're with me and you need to come out toes pose, left thumb on top. Lift before you fall. Find length. Release right back down. One more round of getting in touch with our breath. Arms rise. Find expansiveness even through tips of fingers. Goal post, elbows and heart up. Palms press, really press this time. Peel your shoulder blades open and fold if it feels good. Moving at your pace. Arms rise. Hands clasp behind low back. Whatever thumb is habitual, just let it fall as you are comfy. Lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Rise on back up to seated. Arms lift again, left arm falls to the floor or wherever it's comfy. Peace fingers, the first and the middle of your right hand, come over to your temple like a little alien antenna. Lift your chin and then tip on over towards the right side. Now I like to go super long in left arm. Would love for you to feel a calming, tension releasing sensation. I have a warm-up today planned to combat tech neck and tech posture. So we'll enjoy that, hopefully. Lift slowly out through your neck. Arms rise again. Right arm falls all the way down somewhere that can be long and energized. Peace fingers of the left hand. Lift your temple like you have sticky fingers. Pull you up and tip you over. Always playing today with our eye gaze will really change things. Maybe lifting chin a tad bit. Let's take a big breath in, righting our neck, eye gaze forward, arms up, and then let your arms fall really softly. Switch your seat if you're uncomfortable. Those little pins and needles are good. That's new energy flowing, so don't shy away from those too soon. Chin to chest. Lift up through the shoulders and crown of head. Drop right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Let's explore some neck circles here, but softly, okay? Especially if you have a cranky neck when you wake up in the morning. It could be as soft as just looking to the left and looking to the right. If your neck feels great, drop chin all the way down, or feel free to travel all the way back around the corner. Switch directions whenever you feel good in the first way. And then if you find a little spot, like I found a spot right there, it got really tight, just kind of massage that out. Spend a second there. Let's go through one more breath cycle of your big or little neck circles. And when you're done, eye gaze back to the center, arms relift. Reach forward to me like we're gonna touch fingers, and then floss your shoulders back. Floss them back forward. I'm gonna show you that from the side. We pull back through the shoulders. I'm gonna try to stay straight in my chest, so it's unlike a cat-cow, okay? Just the shoulders moving forward and back. Think about taking them out of socket, pull them back in and plug in the socket. So just like dental floss, moving through teeth, really great way to wake up the shoulders, and then really go long in your fingers. 3. Last one. Nice. Reach back to me like E.T. phone home. Reach me. Right arm comes under, eagle pose arms. Okay, we can have a double wrap with palms together. Back of hands for single, or give yourself a big hug. I love doing this. No matter where you are, lift your elbows. And if you're in eagle arms, press your forearms forward. Stay here and notice how your neck feels. Can you move it freely without tension? Unclench jaw. If it feels right, fold forward a little bit or a whole bunch, but reach away to really open up your back body. Now try to breathe wherever you've landed. I realize this is tough. Hang in there. One more big breath in, ladies, and on the exhalation, we're gonna rise. Use the power of your out breath. Bring the arms to untangle, out to goal post, high 10 knee, palms forward, and then high 10 to the ground, palms down to the ground. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. So we don't realize that this tech posture, lots of virtual things, can affect not just our neck, but upper back and our shoulders, and I'm working that out right here. Anybody need to switch their seat? If you do, let your hands fall to support you. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, readjust if you need to. Otherwise, floss forward, reach, pull back. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Feels good, right? And then reach to me. Let's tickle fingertips. Left arm comes under. Single wrap. Double. Give yourself a hug and really snuggle in. Walk your fingertips back towards your blades. Lift your elbows, trying to open long in the torso, and then start to actually peel your shoulders forward as you round. If we have an eagle wrap, fingertips are gonna rise. Forearms press away from nose. Fold to the point that it feels like, ooh, a little something's going on back there. And then breathe into all those spots. We only have one more posture in our seat, so hang on, my friends, and feel free after we take this last breath in eagle fold. Exhale, rise. Feel free to shift your weight again for a tiny twist. If you need to fix everything down low, go ahead, take your time. Arms rise. Arms fall to the right side when you're ready, and allow yourself the pleasure of a boost. Lift up, and then eyes over right side. Hopefully feeling some belly, some mid-back, upper back, so breathe wherever we have sensation. Outstretch right fingertips if it feels good. And then play with eye gaze. Remember how that can transform the feeling of a posture. Rise up, inhale. Same thing on the left. Let the arms float. They can stay lifted. Do what feels wonderful for you today. I always like to start with left hand, back hand on the ground to give myself a boost. Make sure I'm really tall in my spine, and then allow it to guide gently around the corner. One more big breath in. On our exhalation, let's spin back to center, and then your toes, your legs might be really pins and needly, so we're gonna move slowly. There's no rush. If you are on shins and tops of feet, give yourself a little tap. If anything went to sleep and you need to do funny things like push or shake or rub or massage, go ahead. And we're gonna find our way to our bellies. Coming all the way down forward and slowly come to the ground, all the way on your belly. When you get down, we're gonna enliven our feet. Allow the tops of your feet and all 10 toes to fall to the earth, but then energize, like push through your toes, push through the top of your feet, maybe knees and thighs rise, and reach overhead as long as you can. All right, my friends, if your shoulders are really tight, we're gonna pull back to goalpost. Elbows come to shoulders, but you can be right on the floor and just kind of wax your floor, pull back and come forward. If possible, hover. And then bring thumbs back to touch your shoulders. Really squeeze the tips of your shoulder blades in to kiss your spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. Still feeling your calves, still feeling your toes. So we should feel strong and long in our legs. Inhale. If the spirit moves you, lift your toes, knees, and thighs. Squeeze in towards the midline. Really point your toes. Inhale, and last 4 would be up and full locust. Breathing in. Breathing out. However it feels good, as long as you're breathing, we're all working together here. Last big breath in. Last big breath out. Really squeeze and kiss the spine. Relax back down, child. But when you ease back, does it feel good to roll a little bit? To rock a little bit? How can you get back there just feeling so good that you never want to leave? Swing and sway. Reach arms way overhead. And then walk your arms over to the right side. Let your hips fall to the left. I always like to close my knees so I have a little more room to sway off the heels. Left side body stretch. Can you drop your nose towards the floor? The heavier we get in our upper body and our folds, the deeper the sensation will be in the lower half. Give it just another breath. Come back to center and leave your left arm stretched out overhead, but take your right hand back into a goalpost and see if you can twist over to the right side. Now use your right hand to push down, kind of lift you and twist you in your torso. And then feel a sensation in your belly. Feel it smushing against your thighs. It feels so good. It kind of awakens the belly, the digestive system, your organs, giving them little hugs down there. Reach back out. Switch sides on that twist. Right arm long. Left arm comes like a goalpost, elbow up, and then pull your body up and back. Sticky left fingers, pressing and pulling into the mat. Neck is relaxed here. Sometimes when we get into twists, we start to clench, so just let go if you can. One more big breath in. Reaching back out, staying as long as you'd like. When you're ready, walking hands to the left. Close knees a little bit, and then really shimmy your hips off to the right. Drop ears between the elbow window. See if you can bring your forehead towards the floor. And then while you're here, little upturned corners of the mouths are really nice. A smile can change the entire feeling of our practice. Or just an internal mental smile. But all that other tension, let it float away. On that last exhalation, come on forward. We're lying back on our bellies again. There's no rush. Shift your weight back forward. I'm in modified plank, kneeling, and I'm just going to ease down to the ground, a slow push up. Yogis, bring your palms flat to the floor and back in goalpost, elbows at shoulders. Make sure your left elbow is really in line with your shoulder, okay? You're going to use your right hand to push, just like we did in child's twist. Lift your right leg and just tip over to the left side the tiniest bit. Check in again with your shoulder. If it hurts, move your elbow a little bit more forward. So we should feel a big opening in our left armpit, in our pec muscle in the chest. Not pain or crunchy or grinding in our shoulder. You're welcome to drop your left ear towards the floor or grab a pillow or a block and prop it up there. Breathe into the underside of your left armpit. My right leg is just hanging out in outer space. Some people can get their foot on the floor behind them, otherwise mine just kind of hangs there. It's a little stretch. Unwind slowly, and then reach that left arm forward. It might feel good to turn your palm up and just kind of release from that big stretch. All right, unclench your backside, soften up your lower half, come back to goal post on the floor. Right elbow definitely in line or a little in front of your right shoulder. Then use your left hand, elbow high, goal post. Lift your left leg, that'll give you a little oomph to get around the corner. And then drop tension from your face. That's where we really start to hang on. If the tendons in our neck feel tight or our jaw feels clenched, great time to undo all that. Shoulder pain free, lots of sensation in the right armpit, might be in the front of your right chest. Last breath here. Feel free to stay longer, yogis, if it feels really good. Come on out. Right arm is going to be tender, so reach it out softly or just kind of drag it. Turn your palm up. I'd even like to massage my shoulder sometime after that or roll around on it, whatever feels good. Child's pose again. Shift on back. Don't forget to swing, sway, explore your rights and your lefts. Once you get back to child's, a little thread the needle. Left arm threads under the right, palm is down. We're going to walk as far as we can out. Again, grab something. If the floor is built too low where you are, you can prop your left side to face up. Otherwise, just right on the floor. Right arm around, low back. Really want you to press that right arm so we feel a shoulder stretch. Press your right forearm into your low back if possible. So the shoulder is getting some beautiful warm-ups. That way, when we get into a little down dog challenge later, we won't feel so cranky first thing in the morning. Little smile on your face, all other tension melts away. You could stay right here or bend your left elbow. High five yourself. Remove right arm from the low back. Give yourself the high five you deserve. Press, press, press to lift your chest. Thumbs may end up at sternum and then eye gaze wherever we feel long through side bodies and relaxed in our neck. If we'd rather stay low, we can. Tough to breathe when belly's pressing into thighs. So let's make extra effort there. Combining effort with ease. It's tough in the chest, tough in the shoulders. Where can we find ease? Can you wiggle your toes? Wiggle your nose? Come on back out, my friends. I like to thread the needle again and just kind of fully rewind. There's no rush. Take your time, stretch in child's. If your shoulders need a break, reach them behind, cuff your heels, or just hold on to the side of the mat. Feel free to rest either temple down. When you're ready, reach back overhead if you're not there yet. Right arm threads under left. Walk like a spider as far as you can. Flip your palm up. When your shoulder feels like it rolls open, rest your right temple, ear, or cheek on something. Left arm, take a big swing around your low back, and then enliven your fingers. We always want to kind of go for open, webbing, really energized, and then press your left forearm down. So I should feel a combing. I may feel in my outer shoulder, in the front of my shoulder here. Give yourself a snuggle, like you're just snuggling into the coziest blankets. Right down, belly to thighs, drape your body over your thighs, feel heaviness, gravity taking over. Stay there, yogis, or bend your right elbow. Always have to walk mine out a bit. Make a high five happen. Press a little bit or a lot. Thumbs at sternums is kind of the top of our posture here. And then roll, eye gaze up if the neck feels long. Right side body feels long. And your face and neck are soft. One more big breath in. I'd say shoulders are ready for a down dog. What do you think? On that breath out, let's just rewind slowly. Come on back out to where you were. Unthread any needles. Reach forward or reach behind if you'd like to rest on that opposite cheek. And from our child's pose, let's find a downward facing dog. So shimmy forward, tuck your toes, no rush, kind of crouch here for a second. It might feel great to stretch out bottoms and feet. Lift knees, maybe swing and sway a little bit. And then scoop your hips up towards the sky. All of the things, ladies, all of the things that feel really good in your bodies. We might pedal our bikes. We might swing our hips. Take one more breath in, and then we're going to move through a series of plank rolls, which may sound scary, but don't worry, we'll make it really beautiful and easy. Lift your heels and let your heels melt down. Lift your heels and let your heels melt down. Can you rapidly pulse heels? I would like you to stoke a little tiny heat, a little fire in your calves. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I just crunched like 40 times in my ankles and it felt like so good. All that new space opening, I always love the crunchies. Keep pulsing. 2 more breaths. Ooh, calves are awakened, yes. Ease back to wherever your down dog was or where you like it, and then find some new length in your calves. Roll forward to plank. It doesn't have to be scary. We can be soft in body. We can have our knees down. We can even roll to tabletop. Roll back to downward facing dog. If you love stillness, feel free. Come forward, hold. Make it soft. Nothing is clenching. Push back and hold. If you like a little movement in your morning practice, I always swing and sway. All right, we have one more round of this one. Inhale high. When you're ready, glide forward. Inhale long. Gonna change it slightly, yogis, and we're gonna be really soft again. Downward facing dog. We're shifting forward to right side plank. That can mean my right knee comes down, my right foot swings behind, and I lift up here. It can also mean that I come really soft and gooey in my side plank. Press back to downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Come on over, find an ooey gooey left side plank, right arm optionally rising, left knee optionally down. Come on back. Let's move through that now. Downward facing dog, right side plank. Flow with your breath. That means we can go as slow as we choose. Anything that feels nourishing is good. Opening up our side bodies. No worries, gang. We're almost done here. We have one more each side. Take your time. After you finish up that side plank, come on back to down dog. Take a little gander around. Look out under your right armpit. Look out under your left armpit. Puppy pose. Puppy's very difficult, so let's find child's first. And if you decide you want to stay here, we'll meet you when we get back. Eyes look up to thumbs. Shifting weight forward, hips stay over knees, and then I kind of walk out like a prowling cat with my arms, my hands, they're outstretched overhead. Eyes looking at thumbs to rest your chin or possibly your whole chest on the ground. Anywhere in between those is a great option too. If it's too much, shift your weight forward to pull hands back and just pause in child's. Let's try to find 3 breaths in here, yogis. If you need more on your last breath, you can tense your fingertips, even if you're just chilling in child's pose. Great way to open the underside of the arm. And if you're exiting puppy now, let's look forward, shift forward, draw hands back, meet everyone who's still in child's. Take one big breath in here. Shift forward and land on forearms for forearm plank. Tuck toes. Rise up through knees if you'd like. Otherwise, feel free to walk knees back and a forearm knee hover. Okay, let's get soft again here because forcing doesn't accomplish anything. We want to let tension leave our bodies. Navel tugs up to spine, and we're going to zip tie it there to protect our low backs. But otherwise, we can kind of swing and sway, explore forward and back. Lift your hips up and back a tiny bit. If it feels good, start to walk your toes in towards your elbows. Stay right there in dolphin pose. If possible, guys, walking all the way up and then just that little heel lift again. That tiny heel pulse. We are attempting wrists in front of our elbows, but if you feel that you need the extra support, clasp hands, press through pinky side. We want to work to build that strength to have our wrists in front of our elbows eventually. Let's go for one more big cycle of breath in your dolphin pose. Right up to down dog if you can. Just press through both palms and rise, or drop knees. Take a second, push palms, and meet us in down dog. All right, we're gonna get moving soon, I promise, but we have a little challenge here. Right leg, lift it a little bit or a lot, three-legged dog. See what feels really good. Shift your right knee forward to your nose. Give a big exhale. Option, ladies, left knee can land from modified crunch here. Push up and back again. Back into nose. Let's do a little cat rounds. Pressing the floor away. Breathe in to lengthen up. Breathe out to crunch in. One more round. Crunch in. And then on the last one, we're gonna stay right in that crunch, trying to come into pigeon from here. So we're gonna crunch in, right knee moves to right elbow, right ankle to left wrist, and land in pigeon. But we don't have to outstretch back leg. If it feels better today to sit on right cheek, bring both knees to 90, we're staying upright to align the spine, give us a little back bend. So we're just gonna stretch here this morning. Otherwise, left toes are crawling out back there. We can move the right knee over to the right to get more on our pelvis and off of our right cheek. And wherever you are, if you have some blocks or books, if you have tented fingertips, you're gonna rise just a tiny bit more. Let's really feel the sensations of those breaths. Uplifting, energizing, calm and grounding. Might even feel our body move in those directions, our chests, our collarbones, up, up, up. Feels so good. And then, doesn't the reverse feel good too? I don't know which one feels better. You decide. Last one. Sink on down. Let's undo. There's no wrong way. I could fall to my right cheek if I'm not there yet. I could break dance around the corner and then get to down dog. Or I can just come up from my pigeon and sweep my right leg back to pause in downward facing dog. Give yourself whatever you need, a little swing and sway. Left leg rises, toes just off the mat, or push back long from top of head. Feel free to really open your hip if that feels best. Crunch left nose, crunch left knee into all noses, the left and the right nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Can we make a little cat-cow happen? Gonna get a cat in there, a little bit of a ski slope cow back in my down dog. Right knee can come down every single time. We only have one more round. Make it really filled with breath. Okay, my friends, we're gonna hold that crunch. Left knee in towards the nose. Left knee over towards the left elbow. Land somewhere for pigeon. Left ankle to right wrist. Or we can have our heel real close to our pelvis. Whatever feels good. Parallel in front of mat. Decide where your back leg feels great on this side. It's a different side. Don't expect the same feelings. I love to explore. I don't think that there's any way that is best all the time. So I always like to check them all out and be like, oh yeah, this day, this moment requires this posture. If you're trying to get off of your left cheek and more towards your pelvis, just kind of check in. Maybe move your knee a bit more to the left. See if that gives you a sense of openness. And then if we can hug in through the pelvic region, lifting up and in, hammocking everything up. Feel that sense of power coming from the core. Little higher if it's accessible, maybe a prop. Lengthen up, remember always go long before we lean back. Maybe we don't need hands at all. Last breath in here. Who's ready to get moving? Felt so good to warm up like that, didn't it? All right, so I'm ready if you are. Take a big breath in. There is no rush, but find your way back to down dog. I'll show you how I love to get there. I like to bring the back leg in, then do a little fun, like a little dumbbell dance. Lift your hips. From here, both heels rise. Lift up and really hug your calves. Tippy toe walk like a peg leg all the way in. Make as many steps as possible using your hips. Plug your thigh bone up into your hip socket every time you walk forward. Hang heavy and fold. One of my favorite accessories is to have something soft, a blanket or a pillow, and fold and put it under bellies and right against the thighs. Feels so good. So fold any way you love. Stay for a second, really soft knees. And even when we straighten our legs, think about knees pulling high in the thighs, but staying soft in the joints. Clasping hands behind low back. Just rest your palms on your low back. Give yourself a little love. Clasp when you're ready, knuckles chase wall or ceiling. Soften your elbows too, and then gently, gently move your head to the left and right. Shake it a no. If this is too much with your hands clasped, let them go, guys. Give your head a yes shake. Yes, we are ready to move on to the standing portion of our practice. Last breath in with knuckles clasped overhead. Go where it feels great for you. Let the arms fall softly and slowly, and then even use your body like a ladder. Climb up. Okay, we were down there for a while, so slow climb so we don't get dizzy. So nice, y'all, okay? Give a little sway. Find the four corners of your feet, sweep arms high. Sweep arms back down. Arms high, lift as tall as you can, tip to the right, plant your left foot and reach out of that root. Back to the center, arms fall. Re-rise, breathe in, re-inspire. Plug right foot in, lift to the left. Back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Okay, do the same. Tip right, but really lengthen out the right side body as well. Into center, sweep down, get a little bigger, maybe make it a bit more expansive. Lift up through your left side and reach long. Back into the center, sweep down a little different this time, guys. Arms rise, tip right, hold. Circle just the arms or the whole body down and around. Tip left. If you aren't circling whole body, because that's really tough and sometimes discombobulating, just do your arms like that, okay? Otherwise, whole body, rise. Tip to the right. You can take the circle out completely, and you can just hold, meet us in the center. Tip left, circle if you please. Rise, and release arms. Okay, toe, heel, feet in together. We're giving a little hop, which feels great. Arms lift again. Try moving them a different way, up and down this round. Exhale, release, forward fold, soft knees. Anybody want any blocks for our sun salutations? Any books, any pillows, any props? Halfway lift, fingers glide up, shins, feather-like press, top of head to tail long. Release back down to fold. Right leg steps back. Let's start kneeling. So drop your hips and just say good morning to them. Really move around a little bit. Maybe rise to move up and down. Walk hands to the right, whatever feels good. Just kind of move a bit. Remember that hammock sensation? Draw everything up and in for your pelvic floor. Half split. Shift your hips back. Now this could be just a tad bit, right? Left toes can rise, or I could be sitting fully back on my right heel, whatever works this morning. Same thing, explore a little, twist one way, twist the other. Shift back and sweep your leg to the side, gate pose. Do a little of this, a little of that. Soft and left knee, roll up like an angry cat. Sweep fingertips to right knee, roll high to sky. And if you feel like it, give your body a massage on the way up. It's so nice to touch ourselves. Lover's hands, that sounded so weird. I meant like caress your arms and legs and stuff. Lover's hands, clasp and rise, gate pose. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, release. Scoot on back, left leg back. Child's pose, right to downward facing dog. Lift up strong. Press away, do all of the movements or find all of the stillness. Shift your weight forward, plank or kneeling. Just lower slowly. Elbows hug our clothing. All the way to the floor, but can you stop for a second at elbows? Be strong. Release fully. Good. Remember to tap thumbs to shoulders. Try that again. Hover your hands. Tap thumbs to shoulders. Tuck chin. Fall the mirror up under your nose. And then lift from back of neck. Kiss bottom of shoulder blades in towards your spine. One more big breath in. Toes are connected. They're energized. All 10 little toes are pressing down. Hands come back. Push to child. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips and do anything that feels necessary. Right leg rises. Three-legged dog. Really push long. Go high if it feels good. Open your hip. Look forward and try to land between your thumbs, yogis. You get a little stuck. grab your ankle, help it through, and then ease down to kneeling lunge. Oh, this is the place to be, right? Give a little movement, give a lot of movement. I like to really explore. Maybe coming up high feels right today. Moving front, moving back. Awesome, awesome. Half split. Shift on back as much as it feels good, but we're feeling sensation like, oh, a stretch is happening. Stop there and breathe. Toes may lift. Buns may meet my left heel. Shift back forward. Sweep your right leg out to the right. And then soften your knee, but really energize inner arch, inner thigh. Blade edge comes down. Cat pose to rise. Like you're sweeping your claws towards your knee. Rise up. This might be nice for a little caress along your side body. Inhale, lover's hands the other way if you can. So I know I always go left wrist over right, so this time I'm gonna try. It's weird. It's so weird. Right wrist over left. Okay, then lift up. Each rung of your rib ladder growing longer. See if you can go a little bit more. Exhale back down when you're ready. Sweep right leg back to child's. Stay right there if it feels best, or down dog. To plank, roll forward like a rippling wave upon the sand. Use knees anytime you'd like. Lower slowly, pause at elbows if possible, to the floor. Stay where we were with our thumb touching shoulders, cobra, or reach fingertips out. You can tent them if you'd like. Otherwise, reach out to sides at shoulder height. Backs of hands are magnetized to the sky. So start to lift. Tuck chin, fold your mirror under your nose. But really lift. Back of neck and back of hands are magnetized to the sky. One more breath. Release. Push back, child, or straight to down dog this time. Lift your heels, tippy toe walk forward. Try to take the maximum amount of steps to really plug thigh bones up into hip socket every time. Bend your knees a tiny bit if necessary, or a whole lot, and then roll so slow. Act as if you have a super heavy elephant trunk, and you're just gonna rise with all you can. Swing your trunk. I love doing that. Feels good on your back and sides, right? Arms rise. Hands clasped behind low back, soften your knees, and then think about the tips of your shoulder blades hugging up and under it, boosting your heart up to the sky. Open on the heart side, leading from the heart side today. Inhale, rise. Move your hands a different way to get to the floor than you usually do, if possible. Float to the floor. Halfway lift. Fingertips, they can dangle. Think of them as buoys, and then scoot them back towards your heels. So you have the most amount of room between earlobe and shoulder. Release back down. Left leg lunges back. You don't have to kneel this round, my friends, but if it feels best, go for it. We're still going to explore, because it might be our first high lunge, back knee elevated. Kind of rock and roll, move the hands, anything that works. You could stay kneeling and half split, or stay with back knee elevated and wide pyramid. Scoot your hips around. How does it feel to open hips and close hips? Think about energetically scissoring them together. Feels nice, right? Soften your right knee. How can we get our right leg back? Any way that feels most free, the path of least resistance, child's, table, right to down dog when you can, but there's no rush. Shift forward, plank position. You know where we're going, ladies. A soft chaturanga. Lead with your heart, stopping at the elbows, if possible, to the floor we go. Thumbs to shoulders, arms like airplane wings, magnetized to the sky, or palms down, up dog. Knees and thighs rise as our arms straighten. All of the movements are possible here. Maybe it's a little neck roll. Child's, or straight up to down dog. Move a little bit if you'd like it. Left leg, lift up, but push long. Then find height secondary if that feels necessary today. Look in between the thumbs, try to crunch to get there. If you get stuck, help yourself forward. What do you want to do on this side? Back leg lifted, move a little bit. Can you find so much length? Like pull the top of your head to me. Lift each rib from the one below it. When you're ready, half splits if you're kneeling, or wide pyramid if you are elevated. Cool, now play with your hips here. Notice the sensation moving from the right of front thigh to the left side. Feels so good, right? Think about scissoring inner thighs together if you're up in wide pyramid with me. When you feel ready, bend your front knee, back leg steps in, or we drag it in. Fold deeply. Start to swing and sway, ladies. Coming all around, like your nose is gonna touch your right heel, nose touch left heel. We can walk up our body. Remember, that touch is so crucial to finding kindness and compassion in your practice. I like to use my hands to climb up, or I like to let them dangle heavy because it feels better on your back. If you envision like a big elephant trunk. Last one to stand wins. Nice to take your time, isn't it? Slow down and let joy and happiness catch you. Elevate, extended mountain pose. Ready for round two? Exhale, forward fold. Spend time, my friends. If you find something that feels great, stay. Halfway lift. Soft arms, buoys floating in water. Release, fold again. Right leg lunges back. You know where you can go. Low lunge is still available. Otherwise, high lunge. Pause for a second. If you're in low lunge and you'd rather stay kneeling for your morning practice, you can spin your right heel behind and find a warrior two, kneeling. Otherwise, land the right blade edge of foot, land shoulders so soft, so soft. Open palms, find so much openness here. And we're just gonna pause in warrior two today with a little bit of arm beauty. Take your right arm, reach and clap your left, and then pull back like you have a bow and arrow. You're pulling your arrow back so far. Open your chest, shoulder blades kiss the spine, and then let that go. Palms up or down, whatever feels best. Right arm again, clap, pull back. So we're gonna find our archer pose in warriors. Let it go. Move your eyes, look at the left hand, pull back, find your gaze, find your target. Look at the right hand. Last round. Pull. It's a heavy bow, so we really have to open big here. Actually peel your shoulders apart. Feels so good, right? Stay in your warrior two. I know you can. Back arm opens, strong and long. Connect with your breath to lift your left arm. Okay, envision the ball of sun. I need sun here, so let's put it high in the sky. Right arm can land as long as you stay elevated and energized in your right side. Reverse your warrior, or my favorite term for it, sun warrior. Give me all the sun, ladies. One more breath in here. Last round, wiggle your left toes. I know you can. Right arm finds, it claps the left hand again, and then draw a huge circle, like we're extending warrior two. Coming back into sun warrior. Might feel limited range of motion, that's okay. It's hard to push palms together. I could just move my arms. I can move them like this, walk like an Egyptian, something like that. Or I can keep going with straight arms and body circles. 3, 2, feels great, right? And 1. Back out to warrior two. All the good stuff. Let it just catch you and soak up. Especially with the circles, you might be like, ooh. Take a moment, sink a little, extend and open a lot. When you're ready, Vinyasa, totally optional. Let's windmill arms down, turn your back toes in for safety of your joints. How do you want to get back? Do you just want to take a little break? You can sit and soak it all in, or you can flow with me. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, make it ripply. If you don't love it, do it again. Come on forward. Slow landing all the way to the floor, or in your favorite version of the back bends that we practiced today, or if you have another one. Up to dog again. Right leg rises, wherever it feels good, guys, but try to push long. Maybe move your foot a little bit, point and flex. Look forward, find your thumbs, land in between with a big lunge or a big kneeling lunge. A little bit of freedom in the hips. Bring your back leg in whenever it feels ready. Fold, and then do you want to twist your eyes like a corkscrew? Do you want to use your heavy trunk and let it swing like a tick-tock? Any way that feels good. Arms lift overhead. Okay, last big round. Are you ready? Inhale, relax your shoulders if possible. Just let them kind of droop here. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Get really light and long here. Feel the sits bones pressing back, but spreading wide as well. Refold. Left leg lunges back softly. Really soft and in control. Find your lunge. Now remember, if I chose a kneeling lunge and I really would prefer to stay a kneeling warrior, look what my back foot can do. Just a little boop, swivel my left heel behind my left knee, and I can move all the ways here too, okay? I can do everything. For the rest of us, warrior two standing, soft left knee, but energized in the arch and in the inner thigh. Sometimes it's nice to manually, remember we talked about touch, it's so soothing. Manually see, am I really open? Am I really open? Knee out towards baby toe. Am I really open here? Collarbones, shoulder blades. Can I do anything? Anything, baby bird movements to relax any tension. When you feel ready, left arm, big breath, reach towards your right. I like to do a little clap just because it's kind of fun. And then you pull your heavy bow back. When I get here, I'm gonna try to open my shoulder blades, but stay soft. Let your arm reopen. Another way to do the touch for self-soothing, little clap. As you pull your bow back, you can drape all the way along arm, across collarbones, and then pull back your bow. Last two, but we're gonna move eyes, guys. Let left arm float free. Eyes look at right fingertips. Eyes come across and look as we pull back, and we let go at the left fingertips. One more archer pose. Wiggle your right toes, reach, pull back, open chest and collarbones, lift elbows, free up left arm. That was a lot. Great job. Stay here. I know you got this. Right arm rises. Put that sun up high where it belongs. Left arm goes anywhere, but we maintain openness in left side. You know, sometimes I like to give my hand a little boost up on my ribs because we think we're doing it all like really long and open, but sometimes you might be like, oh, I'm really crunched. Let me help myself there. When you're ready, left arm claps the right, a big circle with your whole body towards the right knee, towards the left toes, or little circles. And you know what we can do. Y'all know that one, right? I don't know, 80s, 90s. I used to love it though. Knees can open and close, it's okay. Right knee can come out if you need to. This is tough when we move our upper body. We don't want to force stability in the lower body when we're really cruising and grooving on the top half, because that can knock us out of alignment. So just let your legs do whatever. Last one, talked you right through it. Open your arms, soften your shoulders, find one more beautiful warrior. Windmill arms, but turn left toes in. Finding a frame around the front foot, and however you want to get to down dog, if you're flowing with me. If you're pausing, down dog, child's table. Coming forward. Exhale softly. Pause if you can. Hold, then release. Any version of a back bend. I like to revisit Cobra at some time in my practice, and then pull my elbows back to get really strong in back body. Electrify toes, knees, and thighs. Press back. Down dog again. Left leg rises high. Three-legged dog or long, whatever feels best. Steps up in between the thumbs. Help it there if you need it. Get long before we step again. Back leg comes in. Deeply fold. Inhale, rise. Any way that feels like a caress on your spine. Did you get there? Don't rush if you didn't, but when you do, sweep your arms up. Almost done, my friends. Sweep your arms down, refold. Step your right leg back, but this time turn all 10 toes towards the long side of your mat. And we're just gonna hang. If you wanna grab some accessories to boost your floor up a little higher. Turn toes in a tad bit so that your knees feel really nice as you fold to the best of your ability. You may be reaching arms overhead and folding, trying to make that ski slope like a cow shape in the back again. Nice chest opening there. Hands can be propped up high and head can be hanging. However, it feels nice to let go. Are you able to get more weight towards your toes? Kind of shift forward so you're not fully in the heels. That's a big active hamstring stretch there. And it's a little topsy-turvy, so it might be kind of scary. Last breath in. Lift halfway up, please, my friends. Left hand comes under your left chin, and your right arm sweeps out to the side. Might stay right here. Or if you feel good, Cross and reach. Lift the eye gaze up towards right fingertips as they search for the sky. I have a great way to balance the sides of your body. Close your right eye, if you can do this, my friends, and then find your right thumb with your left eye. It's a bit of a balance challenge too, whenever we move our eyes or close an eye, so this is extra scary. Long in your sides. Top arm falls. Any way it feels good. Might want to take a few circles there, whatever works. Let's switch, yogis. Right hand underneath your chin. Left arm just reach to the side. Now let's get a little softer in our right hand. Left arm comes as skywards as possible, crossing, reaching, finding expansive length. Eye gaze. Are you able to close your left eye and search for your left thumb with your right eyeball? Whew. Now when you twist, make sure you're really long, top of head away from tail. Side body long, open, breathing into the newly found spaces. Top arm floats down. Bend your knees here and turn your toes out. Find a wide squat. Hands come up somewhere. I like them on the inside of knees, so we can start to get our shoulders crunched up towards our ears and just kind of like hunker down here as if you're tractioning your spine. Pushing away on the knees. They're pulling in at the same time. Arms go straight, shoulders up to earlobes, and I feel like I'm tractioning so much length into my spine right here. Take one more big breath in. Slowly rising to 5-pointed star. We have one last twist before we find the ground. Rise up, lift all the way overhead, 5-pointed star. Feel free, if the heart feels lifted, to come into a little back bend, but rise and then open back. Turn toes back in, exhale back to the same place we just were. Forward fold, left hand under your chin, but this time as we reach the right arm out to the side, can you walk left hand to the blade edge of your right foot? Lift that, let your fingers clamp under, and then press your foot back down. If not, no worries. Walk it anywhere on the floor or your prop, so we get a little bit more opening as we reach right arm towards the sky or anywhere in between. Lengthen the sides, lengthen your neck, soften facial muscles. Now really press back through the sits bones, through your tailbone. Top arm floats back down, and let's just switch right away. Right hand under the chin to start. Same place we just were. You're welcome to revisit. Left arm out. Take a peek at that left foot. Can we get our right fingertips under that blade edge? Push your foot back down. Elevate left fingertips. Stop your right hand anywhere else that feels great today. And then I dare you to try that little trick again. Close your left eye on this one. Find your left thumb with your right eyeball. Woo. But that's body balancing for sure. In lots of ways, internally and externally. Top arm comes down. Super, super job, guys. Toe heel in or heel toe in, whatever feels best for you, until you get to either your power squat, if your hips don't love the low ones. Hold here, relax your shoulders, reach out, whatever feels good, or your yogi squat. Now we're finding the floor in a moment. Just take 2 breaths in your squat choice, but when you find the floor, let's find it softly and easily. So if we need to soften our hands, just so we don't make a big flop and we feel really casually landing. When you're done with your squat, ease on down, close your legs. Let's take a journey to the earth. Hands might be on our knees, slide your thighs, or hold on to the backs of thighs. Just kind of wiggle all the way down to the floor. When you get down there, heels rise to sky. Stamp your full footprint on the ceiling, really long here. Arms spread out wide and get the most of your back that you possibly can on the floor. This is funky, so I'll show you if you want to look at the screen. Take your knees together and your toes out wide. Now try that again. Really pay attention to your back. See how it feels. Knees together, toes and feet. My full flex feet are pushing out to the side. Did you feel your low back widen? So nice, right? Kind of like a steeple knee, but your legs are up high. Okay, so with the arms out, the shoulders, Tailbone, side bodies, everything is just smushing in, relaxing, and pooling on the ground like honey. Bring toes back together. Let your heels fall to your buns and wrap your arms around or your hands around your knees. Just the gentle rock side to side. If you feel any pockets of tension still hanging on, give a little extra special attention. A little TLC to that spot. Then relax, roll to the other side. I'm going to let a posture do the rest of the work for us. Oh, I love finishing in extended butterfly pose. I think it does so much for your hips and shoulders, and all you have to do is just find it. So when you're ready, find a lying position, but this time, soles of feet together in bound angle. If that's okay, stay. If you need to prop up blankets or pillows underneath, go ahead and get cozy. And then arms reach overhead. We find fingertips, wrists, forearms, or elbows. Try to really hug. That's your other butterfly wing. So now you're a full butterfly. And then just kind of wiggle a little bit to get really snugly down into the earth. If we can just let go here and free all the facial muscles. Let thoughts float on through and out of our awareness like clouds in the sky. Then this posture just, for me anyway, I hope it does for you too, miraculously releases shoulder tension, hip tension. Now this is our final resting posture. So if you found it and you're like, I don't love it, do whatever feels good for you to finish your class. If you need another stretch or two, or you'd like steeple knees, true Shavasana, like a corpse pose, if you want to turn into the fetal position, whatever feels great. You can come to seated, bring legs up a wall. We have a few minutes today, which I'm so excited about. Most important part of our practice, when we slow down at the end, give ourselves the luxury of revisiting, hopefully with some gratitude. You did all the hard work. We get immense benefits out of soaking up what we've just earned. So the length, the flexibility, the feeling of being limber, the playful, free-spirited nature of the practice, the grit through the hard work, the balance, and the coordination. Gratitude for the most simplest of things, like showing up today, putting in the time. Gratitude for our beautiful breath, that we slowed down enough to luxuriate in, to really feel. When we practiced our first 3 breaths in the beginning, just kind of revisit that in your mental space for a sec. And then notice now, do you feel slower, longer in your breath? Do you feel more open and expansive in your body? Can your breath reach new places? As we finish today, rechecking in with our facial features, all those lines that are beautiful and tell many stories. Let them release and float together here across your brow, in between your eyebrows and around the corner of each eye. Sweep under your eyes, down the bridge of your nose, across your cheeks to your hairline, down your cheeks to your chin, across your lips. Let your lips gently part. And then feel the sensation of ease as all that tension melts down your neck, off the back of your neck and shoulders. Leave it here today in your mat. Leave a heavy imprint behind of where you've been. Let's finish class today in the same way that we started. 3 beautiful breaths, hopefully a little longer. In through the nose, and if it feels good, right out through the nose, or back in. Possibly an extra sip at the top now. Back out. Last time here. I encourage you, if you have the time today, to stay a little bit or a lot longer. If you have to get on with your day, start to slowly come back into your senses, your taste, your smell, your touch, your feeling, the sights that you're seeing, the lights around you, softness, darkness. Moving to side body, if you are on your back, if you're against the wall, slowly come away from the wall. Rolling up from side body to seated. And when you get here, let's take one big, beautiful breath in together. Bring your palms to heart center. If it feels good, thumbs connect to heartbeat, and then lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Find that beautiful posture you can now carry with you through the rest of today. Top of head, long away from tail. Tuck your chin towards your fingers to take a little bow to your beautiful practice today. And yogis, the light in me is honored to have spent the hour with the light that is in each and every one of you. I'm humble and inspired by you. Thank you so much for joining me. Until we meet again, maybe tomorrow at 9:30. Namaste. Thanks for coming, guys. Hope you all have a great day.